it's getting hot. My boy Billy in the kitchen and he's stirring up the pot. The Gators on the rise and Trail got smoke. Dropping crystal balls like he's fresh off the boat, baby. So call the chef, he's cooking with fire. Big names dropping, the roster's wired. From Cocoa to Texas, the recruitment's going Zoom. It's Billy Napier World in Jubilee June, baby. Yes, sir! Lil Wayne got me fired up. I'm writing some bars, baby. The chef's in the kitchen. Good evening, good afternoon, good to see you, boys and girls. You didn't know I could rap. I can't. But when Billy get me fired up, you just feel like you can do some things. You believe it gives you the power and just makes you want to fly away sometimes. And instead of flying, I rapped. It was awful. All right, we'll leave it to Zach Alberti. But today, the boys stay hot. That's all I know. Them Gator boys stay hot, landing themselves a monster. I'm talking size, okay? We're talking 6'8", every bit of it. Every bit of it. Offensive tackle, we're gonna talk all about it. You know, here's a funny thing, boys and girls. We rock and roll around here. We cooking. That's hot. We're constantly moving. As I'm shooting a show, I was shooting a show just 10 minutes ago. Okay, changed outfits and everything to prepare for this show. The show was going to talk about crystal balls. The show was going to talk about Billy on the trail, things heating up this past weekend. And as I'm recording it, I'm literally talking mid-sentence. My phone goes boop, boop, and I go, that might be a commit right there. And I pull it out, Mitch. You're going to see it either tonight or tomorrow. So I'm kind of a little spoiler alert. But anyways, as I'm recording the show, talking about literally what's about to happen, it happens, which is awesome. That's always a good time to have that happen. Anyways, Chancellor Campbell, 3-star. The boys are going to get all rowdy with it if I don't get it right. Offensive tackle, Chancellor Campbell, 6'8", commits to the Florida Gators. Apparently, our boy, New York Carr, reached out today. When you come on over, well, what do we got to do to get you locked and loaded here? It looks like it's done deal. Looks like he's locked in. Out of St. Pete, I believe, is where he is coming from. Was watching a little bit of his tape prior to this. Again, great size, 295, maybe a little bit bigger on him. And look, if there's a time we talk about this all the time. We talk about Florida Gator recruiting when it comes to offensive line. And I know you guys want the big one. I know you want the big splash. I know you want the whale. I think who were we talking about? Was it Zach? I don't remember. Man, we were talking with somebody about recruiting right now and just the cost of things. And offensive linemen right now are really driving their price. I think it was Zach Alberti where it's like, look, those guys are in a place where they can drive up their value, right? Supply and demand. So, and he kind of talked about, look, Florida's willing to go after their guy. Dallas Wilson was an example last year. Offensive linemen, they want to go after their guy, but those guys are really driving the bargain. So my point of saying this is like, look, everyone's going to get rowdy with these 3-star guys because it doesn't fit. They'll come on here, go 3-star guy, and they'll leave. And that's fine. The ones that are ride or dies, that enjoy the content, we'll talk about it, and we'll break it all down. But the one thing that I will credit, I always give them credit for this, is that we want to sit here and criticize that, hey, why don't they get the 5-star guys? Why don't they land the big ones, right? However, they have done a phenomenal job, in my opinion, of slowly and for surely curating these guys, developing these guys, and getting them ready for this next level. Now, I still think that we need a year to really kind of, I think, give them the stamp of approval, right? But Barber, Slaughter, those guys, I think they were 4-star guys, but I don't even think those were Billy's guys, to be perfectly honest with you. But Najee Harris, a 3-star guy. Damian George, 3-star transfer portal guy. Obviously makes a big step up. Bryce Lovett, I want to say he was a 3-star guy. I can't remember now, but obviously he's stepping into the mold. So look, I don't like to, people always want to kind of thrash on this 3-star thing, but again, great size. Yeah, he was a 3-star coming out of high school, and now obviously he's supposed to be the guy. Now we'll see if it all plans out, but again, this goes back to development and how that's going to play out. I still think that, there could be some mixes in there for some big time guys, but I have noticed a few guys that we were in the mix when it comes to that offensive line have released top 3s, top 4s, and we're not in the mix anymore. And look, I have a feeling, because when we see these weekends come through, we see, how it was. Felix Ocho being the big one. He did have some positive things to say after the fact. We haven't heard much more smoke. And that usually leads me to believe that I wonder if it's just like, look, like the price is just, we're not going to go out there and swing our weight. However, if there is a year that we can kind of swing our weight a little bit, but also imply that, hey, you're going to start, because think about it. Barber's gone. Slaughter's gone. Damian George is gone. Okay? Najee Harris could be gone. I don't think that he will, but he could be. So you have essentially 4 spots opening up next year on that offensive line. Now, obviously, Fletcher Westphal steps up, Big Rods. These guys are all, implied to be the next guy, which still makes me feel good about those guys, because if you got Fletcher Westphal, Najee Harris, Big Rod at center, who moves into that right guard position because Cam Waits, I think he'll be leaving. That's where Carr was like, hey, I think I've got a good opportunity to fight for a spot heading into next year. And then that right tackle position as well. I'm waiting to make sure we're not getting anybody else while we're literally live here. That right tackle position, this is where maybe like a Chancellor Campbell could slide into it and be an impact early on with, again, a 6'8", 295 frame. You love that. You love seeing that and adding that into the class. Now, we will probably do a full breakdown. Cody's been doing a great job of staying on top of that for High Top Sports Recruiting, and then doing a full analysis article-wise. So, but I love this, man. Jubilee June is off right. The video that I was talking about, I don't want to spoil it, but we were talking about other crystal balls. And I knew these commits, I said plural, these. I may have just spoiled a little bit. There could be more. I don't know if it's going to happen today, but I'm hearing another name that wasn't part of this crystal ball mess as well. Boys are cooking. So let's take a look at, what I got to do? Look at the calculator. I got to be honest with you. I'm a little unprepared for this. I knew that this young man would be committing, didn't know when, but I had a feeling it would be happening today, because if you're in our Discord, Cam Parker just put in there that, hey, we knew when he left his official visit that he was going to be a Gator. Hayes Fawcett is on back order. So my man's grinding. It's recruiting season. So we were waiting for the graphic to drop. If you look literally between his tweets today, he just he'll tweet out the team, oh, good things are coming, and then releases it. So that's where he's at. He did drop little two nuggets. So could the other one be dropping tonight? I feel like it could be happening. And can we get on a roll? This is very reminiscent of 2 years ago when we went on that little 8 commits in 48 hours. I don't know if he'll do that again. Billy, the way that I've kind of learned, man, I think that was a big move for Billy. Billy likes to kind of keep it in between the lines. Billy's not going to, if we're going on the highway, right? Speed limit 70. Billy's going 77 to 79, maybe 81 on a good day. Okay. Let's just be honest with you, right? But he's in that 75, 77 spot. Doesn't mind going. He understands there's that 5 limit gap, right? That 77 to 79, that's Billy. Okay. 2 years ago in June, when we had the 8 over 48 hours, Billy was going 89 in a 70. Okay. For a good 40 minutes. So there's a chance you're getting caught. Not just Buddy was going after it. He goes, F it, I got somewhere to be. Let's get there. And I think because the class kind of fell apart at the end, he got caught. All right. He was going through Georgia. He got pulled over. Let's just, what I'm saying? Dude, you can't go down the highway in Georgia without them pulling you over. I mean, you could be going the speed limit. They're like, hey, we need to talk. And I think he learned his lesson. So I don't think Billy's going to go 89 again, is my point. I think Billy's going to keep it that. We might see an 82. We might see a little frostiness from old Bill, okay? And that could be 2 tonight, and maybe we'll trickle in over the week. But I don't see the big ball sack Billy just absolutely sending it again. And I'm happy being wrong. I'll tell you, I'm happy being wrong about that one, boys. I really am. Right now, 247 doesn't have it updated. Right now, we're sitting 64th without Mr. Campbell. So you know what we got to do. I figured it'd be about that. Look, we move quick around here. I forgot how quickly I was moving. We'll see what old Campbell does. Now, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I was going to talk about the crystal balls that came through, but we'll wait. We'll wait. Let's add old Chancellor into this mix here and see what this does for us, and then we'll get to the comment section. We'll see how the chat's feeling. So that puts from 79 to 9. Damn. All right, 96 would put us at. That was a bigger jump than I anticipated. Let's see where that puts us. We go to 96 overall. 96 points, excuse me. We got a long way to go, boys. Excuse me. Pardon me. Please hold. I got to go to the second page. We're still, look, I understand where we're at, okay? Yeah, so we would jump up to about 56, 58? 58. Top 50, boys. Top 50s. So we get a commit and no spacesuit or rocket. Cute, I'm out. Listen, this hoodie's been doing some good things when we get commits. I'm in a weird place right now because we introduced this hoodie when things go well. I think the spacesuit has been put away. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the spacesuit is kind of like, you know, I don't want to retire it. That's a horrible thing to say. But I think it's elevated itself. Like we wore that thing to the nitty-gritty a couple years ago, you know? And it's like a safety hazard. If you keep wearing it, it's like running shoes or like a helmet, or like a car seat. Like, hey, like after so long, you just can't use it anymore. So I don't want to overuse the spacesuit to where I can't wear it because then it's no longer, you know, I can't go to space with it. I think that special occasions, it's really got to knock the socks off. And it doesn't necessarily be a 5-star guy, although when your socks are knocked, usually it's a 5-star guy. Now, if we land a second one today, and we're live again, suit up, okay? I mean, that's knocking the socks off. You know? John Mathis, yeah, spacesuits for 5-star commits. And that's what I thought about a little bit, quite some time now, of like, look, like, this thing's got to hit. But if maybe a top 100 guy, big splash guy, like, I'll probably be very biased in when I choose to wear one. And I don't want to say this because I want to take away from Chancellor Campbell. That's the thing. That's why I didn't want to say it out loud, because Chancellor Campbell's a massive pickup. The hoodie still brings vibes. But the spacesuit, that was an era, right? That was a moment. And you kind of want to make sure that moment stays intact. And and now we know kind of what that expectation is. You don't want to overdo it. You know? Showing your mom needs that nice hoodie. Mom, these are one of one. You know that. Listen, kids. Everyone always loves my gear. I was like, hey, like, where do you get that? And I keep it close to the chest because I gotta keep it, you know, keep it OG. Mom's not even gonna know. I can't. Mom, we sharing the link. Should we sending it? We can't do that. That's just I can't. I'll get you maybe an alternate one, Mom, but not this one. Even beyond the RX says, no, it needs to be for next level commits. I think, okay, I'm glad we're on the same page here. Can you get the white spacesuit with the helmet? I would love to upgrade the spacesuit. Like, honestly, like, I would go all in on like an elite spacesuit for sure. I would definitely be about that. Let's see here. Thomas Blanton. Great last name, by the way. Whew. Any relation to Blanton's, the bourbon? If so, call me. Sheldon, you're so crazy. That's why you're my man. I appreciate that. My phone's buzzing again. We get more commits? Not yet. All right. Well, listen. We got some more content coming out. Pumped that we're able to do this. I love Jubilee in June. I love recruiting season. It fires me up. It's the reason why it fires me up is because obviously, like, we're kind of during these years, you kind of go through the motions, and the recruits kind of allow for you to remind you of this excitement. Look, 5 commits for this 2026 class. I think I said 2023 earlier. It's crazy saying 2026. Like, it has flown by. It genuinely, like, the fact that this show started around the Trevor Etienne era and the Jack Pyburn era, and, well, Etienne's obviously on his way and Pyburn has now left. It's crazy how the turnover is watching this. But 5 commits, still a lot of work left, still a long way to go. Even when we talk with Alberverdi on Wednesday, he believes this class will finish roughly around the 22 to 25 commits. So some work to be done. Again, there's another name being thrown around. 2 crystal balls came in for not these 2. So let's just say we land those 3. That puts us at 8 now. In the middle of June, which is a much better place than we were just 30 days ago, right? So we will see. Smash the like button. Absolutely. For Mama and the Champ. Shelton needs a helmet. I probably could use one for sure. But yeah, good stuff there. Look, I've got another video dropping. I don't know if I'm going to drop it tonight now because of this news or tomorrow morning. I don't know. I was literally going to just about to post it, and then this happened. So because you could be seeing me live once again, I think I might save it for tomorrow morning. I might just do that. Well, I appreciate y'all tuning in for the live. Hope you enjoyed the rap at the beginning of the show. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. My apologies. But I think it held its weight, I think. Maybe not. I'll go back and watch it. I'll probably delete it. I'm just kidding. We don't do that around here. It lives on the internet forever. I've had lower moments on this show. But y'all be good. Good stuff there for the Florida Gators. Good Jubilee June kickoff. I mean, we're in 8 days into June and 4 commits in June. Love that it's living up to the expectation of Jubilee June. Because last year we didn't have a Jubilee June at all. So glad that we're back in the saddle. Glad we're back in the rotation and the rhythm of things, boys and girls. John says Wingo is the next commit. Is it though? Is it? Is it? Peace and love, baby.